Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to my videos, another paid request as things are dropping all over. This time for Johnny. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, re-reviews, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both things are down below in the info box. And Johnny wanted me to do a commentary on Happy Gilmore. It was fine by me because, yes, like a lot of people, not all, but a lot of people, this is my favorite Adam Sandler film. So, I'm paused at the beginning. 3, 2, 1. Thanks once again, Johnny. Press play. And we have the Universal logo. Now, with Adam Sandler, I did not grow with Saturday Night Live. I know of it, of course. I knew of it. We didn't have the channels to watch that stuff. We had ABC, CBS, another form of CBS, and PBS up until maybe 1997, give or take. And this came out in 96. And then we got a bit more of cable. But from pretty much 83 to 96, 97, we only had those 4 channels. Now, Dennis Dugan, I think he directed Problem Child, another movie. I guess the way he got this movie was that Dennis Dugan wanted Adam Sandler for one of those movies. And they told him no, but Adam Sandler remembered, hey, you're the guy that wanted to give me a shot. Sure, if you want to do this, go ahead. I do like this song too. I think this song fits the whole mood of the situation. And this is when you saw this startup of these comedians kind of becoming the new breed, where you had a few years before Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura Pet Detective, Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, making 1994 a hell of a year for him. And then Billy Madison was in 95, and that was successful, so then you had this in 96. And like I said, I did not watch him on SNL. Him, Chris Farley, the others I knew from movies. Chris Farley, the first time I saw was Tommy Boy. That's another guy that was starting up. And David Spade. So I probably saw this one first and then Billy Madison. But I enjoyed both of them. And this one, I thought just had all the right pieces. You had the sweet grandma who's so cool, she knows about Kiss. You have Adam Sandler. One emotion he'd do very well is anger. And a good chunk of this is Adam Sandler being angry and his temper. And he just showcased that very well, and that leads to a lot of very funny moments. And this time where these guys, they had a lot of energy and they had something to prove. Like when you watch Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura Pet Detective and Dumb and Dumber, you see an energy of, I got something I need to prove. Same with this, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, I need something to prove. When you become successful enough, I think there's an easy setback of being complacent. Being so complacent that, hey, you know what, I'm very successful, I get to do this and this and this. And of course this guy here, the boss, who gets the shot here, that was the same guy who was in the James Bond films as Jaws. Richard Teal, I believe is the actor's name. He was in, I try to remember all the movies he was in. He was in Moonraker. I forget what the film he was before it. But yeah, Billy Madison did well, and it's like, well, okay, let's make another movie. So this idea of, I think this is based on a guy. I can't remember the guy's name. It's like, okay, what if you have a guy who is really good at a shot in hockey, but let's take a sport that is considered a fairly boring sport. How you make it not boring? You have a guy like Happy Gilmore in there, and all of his temper tantrums and things of that nature. And this is one of those movies where, in school, people would talk about movies like this a lot. My school, they didn't talk a lot about movies. The very few movies they would talk about is something that was very popular, like Adam Sandler, the Happy Gilmore, The Water Boy, that type of stuff. The few times they talk about movies. So yeah, even they, even they're talking about a movie, you know, it became a pretty popular in the little pop culture thing. Now, here's the thing, like some people may think I hate Adam Sandler. I don't hate Adam Sandler. I liked a lot of his movies. Before this, I liked Airheads. I liked Billy Madison. I liked this movie. I liked The Wedding Singer. And they suck. Like he play off that anger very well. And like I said, you see that gusto and that energy. But then if you watch a film like Pixels, completely gone. Just very laid back. Hey, pick up a paycheck, kind of easy going, you know, just talk. Like lack of energy from a lot of his recent films. I think that's why like people miss that energy and they wish to see it come back. Without needing a stupid accent like Hubie Halloween. It's the other shots where he's doing all this and then you're like, who's listening on the other end? Did the night closes in? And of course, the payoff is that he actually did sleep with her, and she comes out saying, "Don't you want breakfast or something?" So you have the setup, you think nothing of it, and then here you go. Hey, he's open-minded. There you go. Age don't make a difference. And I think the story, as silly as it is one we could appreciate. But, you know, you have this very sweet grandma that any of us would love to have, and has a good mood to her, good vibe to her. We don't want to see anything bad happen to her, so it's easiest to root for Happy to make sure this stuff, you know, gets taken care of. And she look at, she's old. You can't do it. She's too old. And that's the thing, when you're early in your career like this, you have a lot to offer because you want to prove yourself. You want to prove that I can belong here, that I'm worth it. Because if you get a couple home runs, you really get settled in. Even if you have a couple strikes, you could coast along for quite a few years, hopefully. But if your first or second film bomb, you're pretty much done. I mean, right through the door. Norm Macdonald. I don't mind Dirty Work, but Dirty Work didn't do anything. And that film Screwed with him and Dave Chappelle did even less so. They were not the hits like Ace Ventura or this movie were. It's not like these movies made $100 million, but like, I think Ace Ventura made a good chunk of money. This, made a respectable, maybe 25, 30 million, maybe less, but with the low budget, it made a decent profit, and that's what they're looking for. Have a couple million, double, triple, quadruple that. Like if you could four times the budget, pretty nice success. Then hopefully the video sales, word of mouth, means that we can give you a bit more money, a little bit more marketing, maybe bit of a bigger concept. And then later on, you had the Wedding Singer, which was even bigger hit in 1998. Of course, here we have Ben Stiller. I always forget, I don't know how, that Ben Stiller is in this. Very young Ben Stiller. Before he became a leading man in films like he did Tropic Thunder and the Night of the Museum movies and Tower Heist and Along Team Polly. Of course, There's Something About Mary. Meet the Parents. Warm glass of shut the hell up. You will go to sleep. Well, I'll put you to sleep. It's just so awful, so mean. They just hit all the right notes. It's hard to explain what makes comedy work. What you find funny, I may not. We both may find funny, we both may find suck. It's all in the eye of the beholder. It's just how the demeanor, the timing, the dialogue, the way the dialogue's said. You do take the same dialogue, four people say it, one or two of them may be funny. Just the way the person said it. And I think that's Will Sasso on the left there, the bigger guy, the Jesse's moving out. I think that's Will Sasso. I could be wrong, but I think it is. If so, that's the guy that would be on Mad TV. He was Curly in that Farrelly Brothers Three Stooges movie. Pretty talented guy. Yeah, I think that is Will Sasso. You like that, huh? I think a year or two ago there was talks of doing a sequel. I think it's way too late. But as I happy in the senior golf tour, I think it's way too late. Now, then Dennis Dugan later would work with Adam Sandler quite a bit. Trying to think the other films he did were Grown Ups, You Don't Mess with the Zohan, I think I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, and a few others. Most of them being successful. Should have been staying there. This sort of the first inkling that golf may be his sport. He just doesn't know how to putt, and that's where we'll see Carl Weathers in there, which is a great addition. Hey, maybe there's a way to make some quick money. Yeah, and there's Carl Weathers. What a great addition. I love Carl Weathers. Never understood why he didn't get more bigger roles, especially through the 90s. It's like, well, the guy who was in the Rocky films and Predator, Action Jackson made a little bit of money, but I mean, wasn't maybe a gargantuan hit or anything. But then, like the 90s, he didn't really get to do a whole lot. And it's a shame. You think even like the direct-to-video, like PM Entertainment type of stuff. Even PM Entertainment would be like, hey, you know, they would do Robert Patrick or C. Thomas Howell. Why not get a guy like Carl Weathers? You need to be the star, you need to kick ass, take names, be a badass, car chases, fight scenes. Why companies like PM Entertainment didn't look to people like Carl Weathers, I don't know. But he worked so good in this, and you know, he was able to get, you know, to do comedy. I love Carl Weathers' reaction. What the hell are you doing? Cut that shit out. You're making me sick. Now, I don't know if this is true, but I heard one of the reasons they have the missing hand is because, you know, Carl Weathers lost an arm in Predator, so that'd be like have a fun kind of bit to put in there. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm guessing it was more for the just have a visual gag and of course the gator stuff at the end, but not the end, but later on. I don't know why him jamming into for some reason him poking on Adam's shoulder makes me laugh. I don't know why, but also this is a movie that doesn't try to resort to a bunch of vomit jokes, fart jokes, puke jokes. Well, that's vomit, but you know, like Hubie Halloween, it's like, oh, here's him projectile vomiting while on a bike. Here's Steve Buscemi or someone else who may be a werewolf and they're shitting in the basement on all these newspapers. Or Grown Ups 2, here's a CGI deer pissing on his face. Pixels, here's Tubert turning into a woman, had sex with Josh, what the hell was his name? And then they have Tubert babies. Like, shit like that. This is more of just either physicality like this with the idea run over, or just the verbal anger that's relating to the characters. And this big here with the shaking the hands not there. Also, Adam Sandler really just playing a regular guy. He's got anger problems, but he's just a regular guy. And then his motive is pure. His sweet grandma, and they got the lady to be the sweet grandma. I know I've seen her in other movies. I believe she was one of the tenants in Critters 3 in the building there. Now, you think Carl Weathers, he would have made sure to see if this guy can putt. Like, he got him in here, and there has to be a way to get in here without... You couldn't do it at the last minute, right? But it's like, you haven't seen how this guy can putt? If I met Carl Weathers, I'd probably ask him about this movie. Because, I mean, he's talked a lot about Predator and Rocky films. Be nice to ask him about this. Now, Shooter McGavin, Christopher McDonald, for understand, at first he didn't want to do it because he was playing a lot of bad guys, but then the director, I guess, said, hey, you know, you can improv, you can, you know, it doesn't have to be a typical villain. And he's a lot of fun. Probably perhaps my favorite role from Christopher McDonald is Shooter McGavin here. If I understand, at one point they wanted Kevin Costner for the role, which he would do the other golf film, Tin Cup. And I also heard that Bruce Campbell was up for the role. Bruce Campbell, I think, would have done a good job. I could see Bruce Campbell saying these lines. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? Because he could play the smarmy, villainous asshole very well. So Christopher McDonald did a great job, but I could see Bruce Campbell in this role. If that's true. If I guess I would, if I met Bruce Campbell, I guess I would ask about that. Is it true you were up for it? Thought this guy was stealing his clubs. What's your problem? Well, what do you want? What am I supposed to do? I like. I think also his anger. Something about it just makes me laugh. Is infectious. Like when he comes up here and he's pissed at the guy. And what's the line he says? Where were you on that one, dipshit? Just staring at him, just so pissed. Just something about that just makes me laugh. I don't know. I think just Adam does that very well. There's also fun in anger management with that. Even though it's more of a drama, but also punch drunk love. Yeah, people are quiet. Say, I'm trying to say, does he miss first? Yeah, he does. Okay, I was thinking. John, calm down. Does he do the? It's all in the hips. There you go. It's all in the hips. Just being very playful. A guy you would want on your side to help you out. Very trying to do his best. And I also like the way they show this. This is pretty cool camera work. Like I wonder how they did this to really to be that point of view of the ball. I think that's a cool looking shot. I don't know how they did that, especially in 1996. I'd be very curious to hear. Like that's what I mean. There's making the material, but not a whole lot on here. Considering there's like maybe a couple like deleted scenes or something. It just oh yeah, and yeah he doesn't know how to putt, so that's his big issue. Ah shit, man. But yeah, 1996 was a pretty good year for movies. Like a lot of those years. I mean, the same year in 1996 you had Independence Day and Twister, Mission Impossible. I'm closing my eyes to remember them. What else? God, let's see. There's a lot of them I just can't remember because I'm bad. I have a bad memory. Just beat the shit out of him. But he's good at the long drive. Yeah, Tin Cup. That was another movie in '96. Speaking of Kevin Costner. Ooh, shit. I should just try to get the ball in one shot every time. Good plan. Like I said, Tristan McDonald is great being that smarmy asshole. It's a pretty short film. Like, this movie's only an hour and 31 minutes. Doesn't overstay its welcome. Doesn't have to be 2.5 hours. Or, 2 hours, or, does not overstay its welcome at all. I mean, I don't know if diving for the ball would really matter, but principle of it all. Have to wonder. I'm guessing that little quick bit underwater was filmed, obviously separately, because who knows how fucking dirty that water is. Just tap it in. Tap, 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 tap. Just tap it in. Just tap it in. I think at times when he gets pissed, it kind of reminds me when I get pissed off in a movie and I just go crazy like that. Tap it a little bit harder. Come on, you tap it a little bit more. There it is, right there. Tappy, tip, tip, tap, woo. There you go. Oh, it's magic, you know. Just a fun, entertaining, fast-paced, feel-good movie in a way. My favorite bit is the later on where it's when the ball's like at the edge, like, son of a bitch ball, that's your home, that's your home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me, suck my white ass ball. He just throws it, fucking, oh, it's a fucking guy. I just still laugh. I mean, that makes for a comedy that still works. I just still laugh watching it after all these years. And of course, a lot of these movies, there's always this bit of a love story here. Just most Adam Sandler films seem like they have to have a love story. Even back then, I mean, even Airheads, it was him getting with the girl at the radio station. It seems Billy Madison with the teacher here with this reporter here or whatever she was. The of course the wedding singer. I guess not the longest yard because they're in prison. Even Pixels that happened. Anger management is more to stay in the relationship. And Ben Stiller just being a Snidely Whiplash here. What an asshole. What an asshole. What a dick. And, again, this poor lady, my fingers hurt. Nice lady. And then just the way Ben Stiller just, well, your bastard hurt because you don't pull his deep duty. What a fucking dick. Ben Stiller plays that well. I mean, I like Ben Stiller too. I mean, like the films I mentioned, Tropic Thunder and Meet the Parents and other movies. I do. Not the museum. I didn't mind the first one. And yeah, I can't remember the deleted scenes. I guess, they were deleted and it's fine. Not missed. But I can't remember what the deleted scenes were. But yeah, I remember having this on VHS tape and watching this quite a bit. And like it'd be hard to do a list of my favorite comedies because there's so many. And it's like The Golden Child is my personal favorite, but I love the first Clerks movie. I love See No Evil, Hear No Evil. I do like Ace Ventura: Pet Detective quite a bit. Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. Stripes Ghostbusters. Weekend at Bernie's. 3 Men and a Baby. See, like that bit there, like it's goofy, it's silly, but he's worried that this girl's hurt. He rushes out, assuming to go help her. Now it would be like, she got hurt, or she got, oh, whoop-de-doo. And just that kind of nonchalant or that callous attitude just makes it a bit unappealing. While here, he didn't mean to do it, it was an accident. Oh shit, let me go help her, but it's kind of fucked up in a funny way as well. Love the ACDC. I forgot he wore ACDC shirt in this, but love the shirt. My favorite band, ACDC, so great shirt. And this is like the way he looks here is like the everyday guy. He's got the blue jeans, got a cap, he's got the ACDC shirt. And he likes asteroids, the game. So there you go. And pretty much you find out the sprinkler system. But like I said, I like Adam Sandler films. I liked a lot of them. He had a good track record for a while. Like, okay, the same year this came out, he had Bulletproof. Now, that did not do well. I liked it, though. I don't think the film's that bad. Bulletproof, I think, is a fun movie. It's him, it's Damon Wayans, you got James Caan. It's R-rated. You got a bit of action as well as comedy. I think it's a fun, and I would say probably Adam Sandler's most underrated movie. I would say is Bulletproof. That's his most underrated film in my opinion. Which I guess someone thought the same because they did a fucking sequel decades later with nobody from it and saying, oh, they did that shitty movie Bulletproof, it was based on our lives. I'm like, why the fuck is there a sequel to a film that I don't even know Bulletproof has a Blu-ray and no one remembers and all this other shit? So weird. So fucking weird, but... And then I think it was 98, you had around there the Water Boy and the Wedding Singer. Or was the Wedding Singer, was that 97 or 98? Do you think 98? But the Wedding Singer and the Water Boy were the ones afterward, and they were huge hits. The Water Boy became the biggest hit of his career at that point. And he was off to the races with successful after successful movie. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry is fairly successful. The Longest Yard was successful. And so on and so forth, man. This guy, the homeless guy, I think that's Alan Covert, I believe his name. He would work with Adam Sandler a lot. For a while. I think something must have happened because he has not been in Adam Sandler film in quite the past few years. So something must have happened. I don't know what, but he was in a lot of Adam Sandler films for a while. Because I know he was in The Wedding Singer, and I think he even got to star in the film Grandma's Boy, which I think is part of the... Was that part of the Happy Madison production? The company he made after, of course, success of these two movies? Hmm. It was Kevin Nealon. I think Trevor Up is the one with the my favorite scene I mentioned with the son of a bitch ball. Why don't you go home? I think that's coming up soon. That's right, I would get it. Of course, all the beliefs that I just monkey little motherfucker, fuck that. That always cracked me up too. Always trapped me up, that stuff. I guess again, just depend on your taste in comedy. I think just the when you get pissed off and you just want to just have that type of reaction, you're in a weird way relate to that. I love this bit where he just takes the quarter. Okay, yeah, I need that quarter more than you, buddy. I know what. uh, just tap it. There you go. You like that, baby? Play more where that comes from, yeah. But I mean, I here's another thing. I could see why a lot of times you have these type of movies where you go, why would this person get popular within the universe of the movie? But with how boring is such looked at as such a quote boring sport, tedious sport, when you have someone like this that seems like you'd be from you know, MTV type of attitude, this would okay, like if someone was acting like this, I would probably be watching golf as well just to see what the hell he would do next. And that's understandable and it helps within the story of the film. Like I could see why people go, okay, what's he going to say next? What's he going to do next? He's so much different from everybody else. Everyone's so prim, proper, boring, but he's a fireball. You don't know what the hell's going to happen. Yeah, this is the big here. Just Tiffany Nealon says, let her go home. Take him home or something. Yeah, send him home. Yeah, this is the bit. I love this bit. She son of a bitch ball. Why do you just go home? That's your home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me. Suck my white ass ball. He takes the fucking thing. That's what it is. It's not an instant cut. Motherfucker. It's kind of like how you see this crazy behavior in basketball. You know, Charles Barkley. Like Charles Barkley, instead of his behavior and the way he taught in basketball, but people gravitated towards him. Among other, places. Piece of Monty shit. Well, that guy got one. Give me one of the big checks. I don't care. And that's the thing that even though he became dead last, he's the talk of the town because. And that happens. I mean, Charles Barkley, right? Keep going back to him. Charles Barkley never won a championship. He never won a ring. People still give him crap about it to this day. And yet, based on how much of a personality he was on the court, off the court, in interviews, and now with the inside of the NBA, yeah, he never won a ring, but he still looked at as one of the top 50 players of all time, and he'll be remembered a lot longer than someone who was this, fourth member of a team that got a ring, but no one remembers who the hell he is. So. Well, you'll pay. Listen to what I say. How about just doing some hay? I can make these out of clay and lay by the bay. I just may. What do you say? See, that felt a bit more wittier, a bit more funny, a bit more with that energy that I'm talking about that you just don't see. Like later on, we get to your Jack and Jill, That's My Boy, Hubie Halloween, Ridiculous Six, even films like The Week Of with him and Chris Rock, which just seem more tired than anything. Pixels, especially. Like, if he had this much energy and gusto in Pixels, and not, some other recasting some of the other characters and other stuff, that could have been a lot more fun than the lame ass thing it was, man. Could have been. Sally was in the case. Richard Teal. Again. Jaws from James Bond. So again, people more flock to this guy because he's more like that was a good idea. Like, how do we make golf more exciting to the masses? It would be having someone like this, and not wrong. So Julie Bowen is the lady there. She was on the TV show Modern Family. Yeah, don't piss off this guy. I love to say it just bends the damn goal. Rest in peace to the guy, man. Okay, she was in Multiplicity, An American Wolf in Paris, Horrible Bosses. I forgot she was in Hubie Halloween? Oh, yeah, she was. Okay. Hubie's love interest. I forgot that she came back. I completely forgot. I don't remember much else about Hubie Halloween, but I forgot she was in that. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. Frances Bay is the grandma. Sally, she passed away in 2011. She was in Mrs. Milo and the Karate Kid, the first one. Twins as Mother Superior. Oh yeah, she was in Arachnophobia. That's right, Critters 3. And then What the Madness? She was a sweet old lady that you find out is chopping her husband who's handcuffed at her feet. Yeah, she passed away 2011. But I like this, like, no judgment. Hey, it's an older lady? Okay. Hugs her, sweet. There you go. Yeah, Alan Covert. That's the guy who plays the homeless guy. Yeah, he was in Bulletproof, The Wedding Singer, The Waterboy, Big Daddy. I think that's another one Dennis Duding did, Big Daddy. Little Nicky, Mr. Deeds, Anger Management, Bedtime Stories, Funny People, Grown Ups, Jack and Jill. So, okay, I guess I'm wrong. I guess I would forget what the fuck I said. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. I guess he was in Murder Mystery, Hubie Halloween. Okay. Fuck what I said earlier. So who the fuck was it I swear there was someone who was in Adam Sandler's camp that... I don't know who... I guess maybe it wasn't him? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, okay, fuck what I said. I swear there was somebody. So if it's that on Covert, I don't know who. Yeah, fuck what I said. So sorry about that. I thought I read that somewhere. Now Richard Keel, he passed away 2014. And he was in the original Longest Yard. The Spy Who Loved Me, that's his first James Bond. And then Moonraker. He was in Cannonball Run 2. He was with Jackie Chan in that. Famous big guy with silver teeth in Inspector Gadget with Matthew Broderick. And he did a voice in the 2010 film Tangled. And that was Will Sasso earlier as one of the movers. And I'm looking at the, as it says about the production here. It was written by Tim Herlihy and Adam Sandler. They were roommates in college and wrote stand-up comedy together before moving on to screenplays. After Sandler was fired from SNL in 1995, he moved on to films. They wrote Billy Madison, which proved successful for Universal. They began a new project. How about a high concept hockey player who spots a 400-yard drive? Says here Judd Apatow performed a script rewrite, although he went uncredited. The Happy Gilmore character is loosely based on Sandler's childhood friend Kyle McDonough, who played ice hockey and would golf with Sandler as they grew up. Sandler could never hit the ball as far as McDonough, and figured that McDonough's hockey skills gave him an edge. Sandler cited the golf comedy Caddyshack, a film he and Hurley bonded over in college, as an inspiration. Former pro golfer Mark Lai served as a consultant on the script. According to Lai, the initial drafts featured Happy winning the Masters tournament. They had the green jacket, they were desecrating the USGA. He suggested that Happy win a fictional tournament. They changed the jacket's color from green to gold. The film was produced on a budget of $12 million. Filmed entirely at locations in British Columbia. Most scenes taking place at golf courses were filmed at Pitt Meadows at the Swanisea Bay Resort and Country Club. Some interior shots took place in an abandoned Vancouver hospital. July 6th to September 1st, 1995 is when they shot it. And they came out February 1996. And it made 38... Actually, let me see. Was this... $38 million in US. So... pretty good. I mean... about three times budget. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So... not bad at all. I mean, these two catapult him to get the Wedding Singer and the Water Boy, and those catapulted him to even bigger stardom and success. And yeah, think about it with Sandler. I mean, this guy has worked with a lot of acting heavyweights throughout the years. I mean, a lot. I mean, he worked with Dustin Hoffman in the film the Meyerowitz Stories in 2017. Worked with Al Pacino in Jack and Jill. Worked with James Caan in Bulletproof, and then later on, That's My Boy. Worked with Jack Nicholson in Anger Management. Worked with Christopher Walken in that film Click. I mean, he's worked with a lot of people. Like, one of the few he did was Robert De Niro, which I'm surprised by. I am very much surprised by that. Very much so. Of course, we have the song Endless Love playing. Bob Barker from The Price is Right, where his worst days of golf is going to happen because of this guy, Joe, played by Joe Flaherty. Can't say his last name right. Messing with him. But, you know, it is what it is. I just fucked with him. But I'm sorry, wouldn't that be kind of like people would notice this guy is doing that. He's a heckler, and would they really let that fly in this whole tournament thing? Like, sir, you need to be quiet. You need to leave. So, but yeah, Bob Barker, may he rest in peace. I think he passed away this year. He was fairly old. I mean, I think he was almost 100 years old. And I've watched Price is Right from time to time throughout the years. And Bob Barker did a good job with that show. And from what I understand, he said, like, almost every day on the show, someone would ask him about Happy Gilmore. And they actually got together a few times for, like, a charity event. And I think Adam Sandler at one point was on the Price is Right with Barker. And it's such a memorable bit with the fist fight. Not only is it a fist fight, but Bob Barker wins. It's just interesting to see Bob Barker in such a different way that he could never be on The Price is Right. I mean, saying this guy sucks, beating the shit out of Adam Sandler, calling him bitch. Just such a very different take on him. I want a piece of you. I want the whole thing. And I mean, that's the thing with Adam Sandler. Like, from what I've heard, Adam Sandler's a nice guy. So I know sometimes I feel bad saying so much shit about some of his later films. Just from what I heard, he's a nice guy. Like, he's a decent, nice guy. Easygoing guy. And I looked at this here, like, let's take the ego off. I'm going to have a fight with Bob Barker, who's so much older than me, and I'm going to lose. I'm going to get knocked the fuck out by Bob Barker. Not everybody be willing to do that. The price is wrong, bitch. And then not only just get beaten up, but just chokehold and just completely 1, 2, 3. Bitch. Just, I mean, hilarious with the Bob Barker stuff. Sorry, I'm just listening to the dialogue. The ratings. Here's the product placement, but this actually works. Like, people get mad with product placement. I have from time to time. Like, what was the Uncharted? Like Uncharted, out of the blue, they're in a fucking, I think was it a subway as well? But here it made sense because it's actually part of the plot. Like we're at a subway and he's describing this, and it's like, oh well, commercials. And it made sense. Like, why would he not be doing commercials and get paid some money for it? Like, it's actually part of the plot. So the product placement actually makes sense in this movie, and it fits. And it's a funny, goofy commercial, and it's again important to the plot here. Now that always made me wonder, like, is that true? Like, if you do a commercial for something, you get like free of that for life. So, like, if you do like a McDonald's commercial, does that mean you get like free McDonald's for life or something like that? But of course, Shooter McGavin fucked everything up. And of course, who buys it? The asshole. Shooter McGavin. There you go. I mean, just a slimy bad guy, man. Just slimy bad guy. And was it Julie Bowen? She does a good job here. Oh, this is where you get that line. I love it. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? That is to be sincerely funny. People not realizing the stupidity of what they say and you firing back on them. And we got Carl Weathers back into it. Broke his fingers. I forgot how long it took for Carl Weathers to get back to the movie again, but he made such an impression. It feels like he's in the film even longer. Pretty much near the beginning of the film, and then we're like over an hour in, and he's come back. And pretty much this here with the putting. Oh shit. Glad he brought enough balls for it. I don't know who that guy is. The guy who keeps shaking his head. I don't recognize that actor. Of course, the other line coming up. You're gonna die, clown. It's true. If you can't beat the clown, you don't beat Shooter McGavin. Just don't worry about that. There you go. And the fucking asshole. There you go. You're gonna die, clown. I think because a lot of us can relate to being that angry about something, that being upset, and he's verbalizing showcases to the audience. But other than that, he's just a normal guy, like reacting like any of us would. Think of a happy place. And I don't know why Carl Weathers never became like a bigger, even bigger star. Again, 4 Rocky films, Predator, that alone, and Action Jackson they tried, and then that movie that was really like a pilot TV show. I forget what it was called. That didn't really do anything. He did a couple of those Hulk Hogan made for TNT movies, Assault on Death Island or something. I mean, it was cool to see him come back for The Mandalorian. That was a nice surprise. And definitely one of my favorite parts is to see Carl Weathers in there. And he did a good job in that show. Oh, cool, Carl Weathers. And then why he was never asked to do an Expendables movie, I have no idea. Like the first one. Like, okay, I like Terry Crews, but imagine the first movie if it was Carl Weathers. He could play that humor. You see that in this movie. He could be a playful guy, and to have that fucking shotgun. Can you imagine Carl Weathers with that automatic shotgun? Would have been great. But no. I don't know, maybe they asked and he said no, but I just have this feeling that he was never asked. I don't know why. Maybe he was. Maybe he was asked. I don't know. Maybe he didn't want to work with Stallone again. I don't know. I don't know. This is probably one of the few things I don't like. I don't like that they killed off Carl Weathers' character. I don't think that was needed. I don't think that was needed. I don't think that really accomplished anything. I just used to say, well, he doesn't have Carl Weathers to back him up during the tournament, so he's got to do it more on his own and be his own guy at this point. But I mean, he could have been in a hospital. Like, he could have literally just been at a hospital and rooting for him or something like that. Man, that's just a little thing. Grizzly Adams did have a beard. I doubt we're already at the final act of the movie. Like I said, movie goes by quick. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm trying to see if there's any more info I can find on it. Oh, yeah, people may be like, oh, well, more product placement. He's wearing, what do you call it? You know, he's wearing Subway, but that's part of the deal of his. He did those commercials, so I guarantee you, this is part of his deal. He's got what is a sponsorship, like all sorts of sports figures. Well, he got to wear this as part of the sponsorship. Which there you go, it makes sense. Yeah, part of the sponsorship. Yeah, you've been playing golf your whole life. Sorry, now I'm just watching the film. Sorry about that. But I've said this before. Like, it's you look at comedies today. It's hard for me to think of like the last comedy I truly enjoyed. I mean, there's maybe a handful. Dolomite's My Name with Eddie Murphy. I did like that one. I'm sure that, but it's like this year, Barbie. No, I did not like Barbie. You had what? No Hard Feelings, Cocaine Bear in terms of comedy horror. But it's like comedies don't seem as fun as they were back then. I don't know. Just the style of comedy and the ways I don't know. Not for me, I guess. But in this era of comedy, you had, like I said, Jim Carrey getting the steam going. With a, you had, like I said, Adam Sandler getting his start. You got Chris Farley and all the potential he'd have because he had Tommy Boy and Black Sheep and then Beverly Hills Ninja, which I had fun with those movies. And you've seen this sort of new. Even Bad Boys is an action film, but Martin Lawrence and Will Smith were pretty funny in it, especially Martin Lawrence. And then Martin Lawrence, you would see like Blue Streak a few years after that. Even, Rush Hour, Chris Tucker. That's another guy, Chris Tucker. Friday, Money Talks, Rush Hour 1 by 98, Rush Hour 1, Fifth Element 97. Like I said, Money Talks, I think, was also 97. Friday was what, 95? So there you go on that. And like nobody's noticing. Like by night, hey, you want to tell them? Like, it took forever for everybody. Finally, she did to say, hey, there's a car on the fucking field, and they're gonna fucking run into him. Son of a bitch. Yeah, of course you want me to throw in the towel, you fucking asshole. I was gonna fuck him up though, Sally. Hey, we got like 15 minutes left of the film. So, like I said, the film goes at a good pace, and as we're getting to near the end, it's still my favorite Adam Sandler film. Still my favorite. It goes at, like I said, it goes at a very quick pace. You have such a evil villain in Shooter McGavin. It's an entertaining gimmick. You know, making golf a more exciting, crazy, nice catch there, crazy event. You understand the character, you understand their motivation. It doesn't lollygag with too many useless subplots. You don't need all this wasteful subplots that would just make the movie go a lot longer. Yeah, I'm guessing that's another person in there. Losing his shit. Can't lose your shit. Damn. Like, there's no way he can make it back. So it seems. Where's that girl Julie Bowen? You don't give him some fuck. Finally, you don't give him some shit to talk about? But rest in peace to this lady. Uh, Grandma wants me to be happy. Yeah, sorry, I'm just watching the film now. I know no shit is getting darker, but I don't know. Whatever. It's not much to see in the background here anyway. Nice suit though. Nice sweet white suit he's got on, playing that piano. And you know, will Adam Sandler make a comeback in comedy? I don't think so. If it is, it's in dramas because that's the stuff that's more interesting. Uncut Gems, he gave a stellar performance in that. And Hustle with basketball drama, he was pretty good in that too. Like, it was okay. It was like a, I don't know, 3 out of 5 star movie for me. I liked it overall, and I think that's where his attention should be at this point in life. I'm sure he'll continue to make comedies. Yeah. But at the same time, whether they be good, I just don't see it because I can't remember the last comedy he made. One I did not mind was one called The Do-Over with him and David Spade. It still has its issues and problems. It's not a favorite, but it was interesting to see Adam Sandler and David Spade as a team, and I thought that was okay. I had fun with that one. Yeah, not great, but yeah, at least for me like a 3 out of 5 star one. So I thought that was decent, but that's very few and some would say none. Some would say nothing the past 10, 20 years, and yeah, Sally Sandler just far from his heyday. But you can't be on top forever. Just how it goes, Sally. I mean, just how it goes, like I said. So yeah, in golf you will wear the green jacket, but here's the gold jacket, so they won that changed. Well, it can't be the real golf tournament. It's gotta be a fictional golf tournament. Okay, fine. It's like football. Well, it can't be the Super Bowl. It's gotta be the Power Bowl. What the fuck they would call it? Tecmo Bowl. Whatever. Fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle. And, you know, people rooting for the underdog. Definitely the underdog story. Oh, yeah, you find out it's on the Richard Teal's foot. That's right. uh, there you go. I love the t-shirt, too. Guns don't kill people. I kill people. I forgot about that t-shirt. I just seeing it now. Guns don't kill people. I kill people. That's the perfect t-shirt. I forgot, completely forgot about that fucking t-shirt. That t-shirt has to be available for sale. What, I mean, I don't know whose choice that was. The costume designer or the director, if it was in the script, I don't know, but there you go. Why you want to piss off a guy that large and that tall, I don't know. Like I said, Christopher McDowell did a good job, but I could have seen Bruce Campbell in that role. And yeah, people could play, well, Subway, probably play. Yeah, it's part of the commercial deal, I guarantee it. You do the commercials, but also keep going on that deal so you get more of that money. Then these idiots, well, that would happen. There would be idiots climbing on the fucking thing, not knowing common sense. That would absolutely happen. So of course you gotta give something even more challenge to the hero. It can't be, can he make this putt? But hey, reminiscent of the stuff earlier with the clown and all that stuff. Like miniature golf, are you able to do it in this way? Oh shit. Go to the stump people. I mean, it's not an easy thing to do. Since these people fucked up. I think this is a bit different than taking a shot off a foot. Like this big obstacle, like of course you're not supposed to take in reality. It's like, no, wait, we'll get this cleaned up, we'll come back, give us an hour, there you go. But, you know, that would give a bit more of a spectacle. Nice looking hockey stick, too. Hey, Subway helped the way. There you go. Of course, this is like the Rube Goldberg type of thing. Damn, some of those kids in those wide shots, they look like they didn't want to be there at all. There you go. And yeah, you don't need a sequel to this movie. You do not need a sequel to this movie at all. That might have been a deleted scene with Ben Stiller. Like, I have a feeling there was something that happened where he got his comeuppance or something else happened with him. Maybe not, but I don't know. He stole the jacket. This kind of like the naked prey or something. Like all these people running towards him, like they're the cannibals ready to eat this guy alive. I mean, what did he really think he was going to get away and be able to keep the jacket? Like, come on now. Like I said, I do like this music that's at the beginning of the film and it ends the film here. The guitar. Yeah, I thought it fit well. I also like that they brought the homeless guy along, as if now he's part of the group, part of the family. That I guess is maybe it's trying to be a bit of like Return of the Jedi type of thing. I guess maybe, or just a goofy, silly bye to Carl Weathers' character. Why is Abraham Lincoln there? I don't fucking know. Just random. Well, everything worked out. See, that's why you don't need a sequel. Everything worked out. You got his grandma's house. You got the gold jacket. He's got a new career. Money from Subway. Like, everything worked out fine. You don't... There is no more story to tell. Frances Bay is a grandma. May she rest in peace. Bob Barker, may he rest in peace. Richard Keel, may he rest in peace. Yeah, Will Sasso is one of the movers. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Was there anything at the end after the end credits? I never did check. Just curious. Okay. And I'm just checking for features. Like, what's on the features is... I don't even think there's a commentary on this, right? Where is there? No. There's not even a commentary on this. Like, if there was a commentary Adam Sandler should have done one for his movie like this... It's outtakes, production notes, and deleted scenes. And the deleted scenes... It's like 20 minutes of deleted scenes. Pretty much more of the movers. More of this one guy, the first guy that tried to tear his club, throwing him into the sand pit. Adam be given the trophy. Little conversation between him and the homeless guy. A little bit longer fight between him and the alligator. A little bit of romance between him and Julie Bowen. Definitely more dialogue from the homeless guy. Like there's a bit with him talking with Shooter McGavin. There's a few more scenes of Ben Stiller being a dick to people. Okay, yep, I was making sure. So yeah, there was a scene where Ben Stiller did get his comeuppance and is thrown out off the balcony. Okay, so he did. So he did get his comeuppance. They just cut that out. Okay, that's why I wanted to make sure. So yeah. So there's a bit here where Adam Sandler is looking at the heckler. It's like you try to swing and embarrasses him. So I guess that's the heckler trying a different day, and Adam Sandler getting a one up on him. Okay. So there you go. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So about 20 minutes of deleted scenes. And that's pretty much it. Outtakes. About 5 minutes of outtakes. I just feel like a film like this would have a lot more features. Documentary, commentary, but what do I know? With that said, thanks once again, Johnny. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.